Hey friends of the interwebs, Matt the StarCraft here, and I want to, before you start checking this game out, I do want to note that these games are not best of 5 like I did announce in this cast. The reason for this is because they actually posted 2 separate series under one series from the website I went. So these are going to be a couple of random games. They are the same players. They are in a couple of best of 3 series. And the grand final game you can see be casted by Day 9 himself along with DJ Wait. They are great casters. I'm not going to overcast them. I'm not going to go cast that grand final game because no one could do it better than them. So go check that out if you check out these 4 games. The grand final is between IMNestea and IMMVP. IMMVP got dominated and then came back from the winner's bracket. Came back and got put back into the winner's bracket, and he and Nestea duked it out for the grand final of $50,000. So go check out that grand final game after you check out these 4 games. I'm very sorry about that. I will see you guys in a few seconds. Hey everybody, Matt the StarCraft here, and I'm super excited because this is going to be another game in this series between IMMVP and IMNestea. It is going to be back on the Shattered Temple. I did just make an announcement on, should be on all my videos at this point, but this one is the first one I did it with the announcement. These went back and forth. It's really weird that these two, I was always thinking, why is this best of 5, and why are they going back and forth between these 2 maps? The reason is because of, if you take a look at a couple of games, MVP did win the first 2 quite decisively, and it's because he got knocked out and then came back into the winner's bracket. There was 2 best of 3s between these 2, and the part of this is actually the grand finals, and it actually boils down to, I believe this one and the one before it are actually part of the best of 3, so you'll know right away that MVP wins this one because Nestea won the last one. It's actually kind of a short game, so I'm not going to ruin the surprise. After you go see this, go check out the grand final game casted by Day 9 and DJ Wheat. It is a huge long game on Shakur's Plateau. It is a 40-minute game. It is absolutely insane. You need to go watch it. I'm not going to ruin who wins. You need to go watch that game after you check this out. So I do apologize for the confusion. The website I went to kind of was confusing. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but let's enjoy this because MVP and ST are still a ton of fun to watch. It's really fun. So, let's check this out. It looks like, because of the last game, he did try to early expand. It looks like he's going to be popping open with a very typical opening as he did last time. It is going to be a barracks first instead of command center first. Command center first punished him. Nestea completely dominated him in that game. And it looks like he learned his lesson. He doesn't want to get dominated again and get out-macroed by Nestea. And that's exactly what happened. Nestea is still not deviating from his opening, as you can see, going right for that hatch first. And we'll see if he decides to do pool or gas first. Hi, little guy. My kitty had decided he wants to watch this. And really, who wouldn't want to watch StarCraft? You could be cat, dog, animal, human, whatever. Doesn't matter. It is going to be pool gas. So, very standard opening from Nestea. He loves his macro game and going to be going exactly the same build as he has every single time thus far. And why deviate from something that has worked and not worked at the same time? Kind of weird. So we shall see what happens. They're both going to be scouting around. It does look like the Overlord is going to be popping over here, and that's going to tell Nestea exactly, MVP exactly where Nestea is going to be poking in there just to see what kind of build is going to be coming right out of his companion. And again, I'm really curious to see what is going to be coming out of MVP. Is it going to be a factory? Is it going to be an expansion? And actually, that was my question right there. Or maybe he changed his mind. The factory. Yes, it is going to be the factory. So I would not be surprised at all to see if it's a Hellion opener. Even though I know MVP wins this, I don't know the build is because just because he won it. The only reason I know he won it is because the grand finals game is casted by DJ Wheat. So I'm curious to see what kind of build and how he wins this game. Reactor going to be going down on the barracks, so almost, I'd say 100% chance that he is going to be going Hellions to do some of that harassment style that he has done so far. Nestea should be expecting it. He should know it's coming. The one time that MVP deviated, he lost, so perhaps he should be totally expecting the Hellion because it has won him 2 games against him thus far. So, certainly to be popping out, driving off that SCV. Did that SCV catch that gas? I would not be surprised if it did. Yes, it did catch that gas, and going to be run off. Is it going to get killed? No! Going to be saved by those 2 Marines who are going to be driving back. Don't want to get too far because the Queen will absolutely 100% kill them. And these Marines are too young to die. They have just got out of their 30-second barracks training, and that is some of the roughest 30 seconds of their lives. I think it's 30 seconds. It's somewhere around there. 25 seconds. So quick training for these good old mariners. Not going to be doing too much. Going to be dropping another tech lab down here to see, I'm sure, switch off and get some blue flame down, which has pretty much been the standard from MVP every single game so far. So really not going to deviate too much, because the one time he deviated, it cost him the game. These Hellions going to kill off that Zergling. Don't want to take too much damage. Burning it alive. There it goes. Death to all the Zerg, death to the swarm, and another Zergling is going to be completely caught out of position, and that poor Zergling just roasted to a crisp. And now we're going to see how IMNestea decides to deal with this, as the Hellion harass is going to do some damage. Spinecrawler getting a good poke off, doing a good chunk of damage. Zerglings are popping out. Metabolic boost is being researched, almost done. He needs to hold off just a bit. These Hellions don't want to pop in here too quite yet. They want to wait for something, maybe some reinforcements, maybe a few more Hellions to join their ranks. It looks like that may be what it is. No, just kind of bouncing around. Just want to keep an eye on it, do a little bit of a contain. And it looks like we're going to be dropping a hatchery really early, a really early macro hatchery. And actually, the reason he's doing this, folks, is because he wants to choke. He wants to put a choke down so these Hellions can't get in here and harass. It's a defensive maneuver, as well as, I guess it could be considered an offensive maneuver too for that extra larva. But really, he wants to get this down because he wants to be able to force these Hellions in a small choke where he can pick them off quite easily with spine crawlers and with the queen. And actually, I like that he's plopping an Evo chamber right there, so really, really forcing them in one little area. And he knows that. That's why he's not bouncing in there quite yet. But you do see siege tanks and siege tech coming up with Marine, so it looks like he's going to potentially siege up outside here. And actually, right here would be a great spot for any siege tanks, because they can siege up right here, get vision, and do some damage, and really force IMNestea to try and swing around. He's going to try to break down these rocks, maybe go for a third really early. Grabbing another Evo chamber, so trying to get quick double upgrades, I bet, for his ground troops. Picking off that creep tumor, liked it. Cancelled the two that were being built right here. Doesn't want to lose any more creep spread if he doesn't have to. The creep spread is going to be imperative to how he deals with this. And now we see a big chunk of blue moving on the way. Siege tanks, Marines, the siege tech is almost done. Oh no, this is not looking good for IMNestea, as they put a lot of minerals into Evo chamber and upgrades, and bunker even dropping down right now as well. So what is he going to be able to do? Unborrowing might not be the smartest move. He needs to get that out of there, but no, yes, there he goes, pulling it out. Whoa, as my screen goes all over the place. Sorry about that. Did get that out of there, but now the siege tech is done, and actually, bam, dropping it right in the bushes, as I was telling you about. Going to be losing these queens. Huge, 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 huge siege here. This is going to do a lot of damage, and because he invested early minerals into an early macro hatchery, double Evo chamber with the upgrades, he's not going to have any reinforcements to deal with this. IMNestea once again being just not dealing well with any early pressure. Early pressure has been his downfall this game. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. Is he going to be able to defend against this? He is not. This is not looking good. Going to lose this macro hatchery. Broodling's going to be swinging in here. He's going to back his Marines out so the siege tanks don't do any splash damage to their own. Going to be picking off this egg potentially with these Zerglings. Yes, no Zerglings are able to pop out here. Hellion's going to be poking in, just trying to do a little damage. Don't want to get too close, but the spine crawler is going to go down now. He's sieging up just outside, and bam, there goes the spine crawler. Now doesn't have to worry about it too much with these with these Hellions. Just going to be picking off this Evo chamber. Is he going to get the upgrades before they get killed? I think he's going to get at least one. I'm hoping. Maybe not. And he does have a few Zerglings out here, and he is going to catch them with the Hellions. He's going to have to run them out of here. A few more over here. Maybe was thinking about a counterattack, but sadly, I don't think it's going to be able to do too much, as too much damage is done. And now pulling all the drones and queens, and basically saying, oh my god, I'm going to lose this here. I better do something right now, lest he really shut me down. More queens on the way, as he just lost both of his. And more Marine siege tanks are going to finish up here. He did get the upgrades down. Sadly, though, that's not going to be enough, as he just only has... Oh, he did cancel one. It looks like he got the armor upgrade. Maybe losing it before anything happened. And this is pretty much going to be GG for IMNestea. As you can see, the early pressure has just been his downfall every single solitary game. Still hanging in there like a trooper, killing off a siege tank. Maybe hoping to get that, but there's a GG. So go check out the grand finals for the $50,000 BLIZZCON prize, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever you got to do. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next cast.